Good day, I am Sebona Dr. currently studying in Cape Peninsula University of Technology, studying towards an advanced diploma in human resource management. Today, I'll be talking about performance consultancy, explaining about it in deep details. What is performance consultancy? Why it is important for employees to know about performance consultancy, and why companies should prioritize performance consultancy. I will be explaining about performance consultancy in deep detail. What is performance consultancy? Performance consultancy is the process in which internal and external clients hire consultants to provide a systematic and a full approach to improve the workplace performance to achieve business goals. Moving further, it is a process that produces business results by improving the performance of the employees in an organization. Performance consultancy is the result focused and concentrate on the gap that exists between businesses and performance results. The aim of a performance consultancy process is to study and explain the how and the what the organization wants to achieve. In the end, it enriches the organization's overall performance. Performance consultants support a company to increase productivity and efficiency of the employees. The consultant involved in periodic training sessions and ensures that business policies follow to regulatory guidelines. Performance consultancy conduct analysis, design training intervention, monitor intervention success, and make data-informed revision to the intervention as needed. So performance consultancy do this process in order for to achieve the desired result. The following video will be explaining further in deep details about performance consultancy, how performance consultancy work within an organization. So this video will be explaining in deep details so that you can have a profound understanding about what performance consultancy is and why it is important for organizations to have performance consultancy. This video will give you an understanding about performance consultancy so that you can have a profound understanding about what a performance consultancy is, or have a picture of performance consultancy.
When a child dreams of the future, the possibilities are limitless. They can be an astronaut, a firefighter, or even the president. All any dream needs to become reality is nurturing, dedication, and passion. At InfoPro Learning, we've spent more than 20 years fostering the dreams of industry frontrunners and Fortune 500s. We help them optimize the performance of their current talent to best support business goals and address key industry issues. By uniquely catering the right mix of training, coaching, and collaborative means, we get your performance levels where you want them to be, now and years down the line. We start with an assessment of your current talent, identifying competencies and goals, and clarifying job descriptions. By linking this information back to core HR processes such as recruitment and performance management, we ensure the performance of your talent aligns with your business goals and drives success. Our competency assessment system provides easy access to vital performance appraisals, so the way in which you work today can adapt to the changing landscape of tomorrow. Systematic, industry-specific, and sustainable. That's the InfoPro standard. Whatever the scope of your objectives or the competency of your talent, dare to dream again with InfoPro Learning, redefining the way businesses learn.
This is a picture about performance consultancy. The process that are involved is contracting analysis, recommendation and agreement, implementation, access result. These processes are involved in performance consultancy. They are processes that are in performance consultancy. Moving further, this is the picture that shows performance consultancy as the guy that is standing up explaining to the three guys about performance consultancy and in organization, how organizations are performing, what are the goals of organization, and what the performance of, of employees currently, and what they need to do in order to achieve the desired performance. Explaining further about performance consultants, giving an example, countless organizations are battling with the problem of insufficient tapping of available human potential. An organization has some goals and has the manpower to achieve this goal, but the organization cannot design a process to explain the skills and competencies of this manpower to achieve this goal. Performance consultants are then put in to design an orderly and full approach to improve the available manpower potential to achieve the goal. Continuing with performance consultancy. Performance consultants first analyze and identify performance problems. The second phase involving designing a plan and giving recommendation. The third and final phase is implementation. The process is highly subjective in most cases, includes a large business unit and service providers within an organization design, human resource, total quality management, learning and development account. Performance consultant is important because it helps organization to achieve business objective. It is an orderly performance approach that not only focuses on implementing solutions but also on sustaining results. It helps improve performance in the workplace, thereby supporting business goals. Who are performance consultants? Are enablers who focuses in improving employees' performance. They are experts in businesses, human resource technology, partnering and consulting, who work together with organizations to identify performance problems and give recommended solutions. Furthermore, they need to partner with management. Training functions have previously functioned similar to management rather than with partnership with it. It is vital that the focus be on performance improvement to give nature resources to form and sustain partnership are formed as referred to as clients. The term performance improvement consultant was developed to distinguish the role of individual from performance function. The link with business needs. The identification of human performance requirements start with the explaining of current and future business goals of an organization. Once the business goals are defined, the performance improvement process begins. As this picture illustrates or shows about performance of the employees and also the aim of the organization or the target the organization wishes to reach or wishes to attain in the future. So the lady that is pointing to the drafts is showing that what is required, what are the performance of the employees. They explain for them to improve their performance within an organization. So that is why it is imperative for them to pay too much attention to the mistakes or the things that they do wrong in order to improve their performance, in order to achieve the goal of the organization. That is why they organization show them graphs. The lady and also the guys are explaining through different routes, as you can see from the pie chart, bar graph, explaining further about performance consultancy. The link with organization development. The trends for HRD as well as OD practitioners is a movement towards performance consulting to identify organization problems, manage change, and to help the whole organization become more effective in achieving its strategic goal. Performance consulting borrows from a variety of disciplines, including performance technology, organization development. Performance consultancy blend this approach with interpersonal skills, system thinking, and diagnostic skills. Explaining further about performance consultancy. Consulting focuses on entire system, concerns itself with overall performance, involves the creation and the reinforcement of change. Change management skills from a foundation for performance strategy. So performance of employees, explaining further about performance consultancy. It's important that organizations check performance of the employees within an organization. So to improve the goal, to improve performance of employees and also achieve the goal of the organization.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zanele Faith Mhlaba, and today I'll be presenting on Chapter 5, the Performance Consulting. On Chapter 5, I'll be focusing on the context of performance consulting. And the five subtopics that I will be focusing on is the in-depth theory of performance consulting, the importance of performance consulting, who are the performance consultants, how can the performance consulting be measured, and lastly, the 5 phases of performance consulting. The in-depth introduction of performance consulting. According to Robinson and Robinson, performance consulting is a process between a client and a consultant partner to achieve the strategic goal of improving workplace performance in support of corporate objectives. The words that are selected from the above definition are explained as follows. The first word is process. Performance consulting is a collaborative process in which a client and a consultant work together to achieve the strategic and of optimizing workplace performance in support of corporate objective. The second word is client and consultant. These are the two roles people fill when working within the process. The client position is filled by an individual or a group of individuals who are responsible for accomplishing the company's goals and managing the people that support those goals. The consultant position refers to the person or group of persons who influence and assist the client through the various stages of a performance consulting project. The consultant can also be internal or external to the organization. The third word that is selected from the definition is partner. The client-consultant relationship is one of collaboration. The objective is to operate in synergistic and collaborative manner such that the outcome produced are greater than if either the client or the consultant works separately. The fourth word is the strategic outcome. Strategic outcome include meeting company objective and improving work group effectiveness. It is not enough for workers to attend a training program and gain skills. What matters the most is that they put those abilities to use on their job so that their performance improves and the company benefits. The last word is optimizing workplace performance in support of business goals. The strategic objectives are to improve people's performance while also achieving corporate advantages. The second slide is the importance of performance consulting And who are the performance consultants? Performance consulting is important because it assists businesses in achieving their objectives. It is a result-oriented strategy that focuses not just on delivering solutions, but also on attaining long-term results. It helps in the optimization of workplace performance, therefore supporting the company's objectives. Who are the performance consultants? Performance consultants are enablers who specializes in improving employee performance. They engage in businesses to identify performance problems and suggest solutions. They are specialists in business, human technology, partnership, and consulting. The third slide, how can the performance consulting be measured? The results from the performance consultancy can be measured using the 5 levels of initiative by Jack and Phillips. Level 1, have the new initiative been well received by employees? Level 2, has the organization and employees' capability improved after initiatives were implemented? Level 3, is there any improvements in employees' performance? Level 4, has there been any favorable impact on the targeted business outcome? The last level is level 5. What is the performance consulting initiative's return on investments? The last subtopic that I will be talking about is the 5 phases of performance consulting. This is the diagram showing the 5 phases of performance consulting. The first phase is contracting, the second phase is analysis, the third phase is the recommendation and agreement, the fourth phase is the implementation, and the last phase is the assessing of results. According to the training industry, the model above are the 5 phases of performance consulting that have been identified by the training industry, resulting in a continual activity. Cycle activity. These phases are explained as follows. The phase 1, contracting. During this phase, there is an interaction between a consultant and a client. The consultant identifies the problem of the client. The consultant is to state which roles they will play throughout the consulting process. The consultant has to clearly understand the key issues that the client is facing. Moving forward to the second phase, which is analysis. Consultants begin collecting data on the major issues raised by the customer, using a variety of methods to accomplish so. These methods include interviews, questionnaires, observation, and existing paper or records. The third phase is the recommendation and agreements. The client and consultant reach an agreement on the meaning of the analysis and the areas of focus for the next consulting activities. The consultant should give the client the feedback based on the information gathered from the data collected, and the consultant should explain their findings and make recommendation to the client. The fourth phase is the implementation phase. In this phase, the client is the only one involved in the implementation phase. But if the client needs assistance, the consultant can intervene and implement the changes that they recommended in their recommendation session. The last phase is assessing results. In this phase, it is whereby they determine the outcomes, where the client put into action what they have been taught. Thank you for listening to my part in the context of performance consulting. My colleague will continue with characteristics of performance consulting.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Isanda Makendlana. I'm a student at the Cape Peninsula University of Technology. I'm doing my advanced diploma in human resource development. Today, I will be discussing the characteristics of a performance consultant. As my fellow group members have discussed before, so I will be discussing the characteristics. A great consultant is committed to improving performances and results and does not only implement single solutions to activities like training, team building, and HR support. Great consultants apply a validated methodology to determine desired results and identifying the barriers required performance and evaluating the impact of the specified changes on a results. Great consultants are knowledgeable about a large range of improvement strategies, enabling you to make the necessary solutions which will address the performance gaps to bring about the required results. A great consultant reads the annual reports of an organization, and it takes time for the consultant to understand it and analyze the annual reports. The second point is that great consultants discuss the ratios used to measure the operation health of the organization in order for the managers and others to establish the gaps. This includes the impact of a risk analysis report on the business and the role performance improvements consultants can play. A great consultant identifies the forces that will change the organization's ability to meet its business goals. So a great consultant will in order discuss the strategies and actions of competitors and their implications for the organization in order for the organization to meet their goals. Next, I will be discussing the main characteristics of a performance consultant. The first characteristics of a performance consultant is that a great consultants are flexible. Great consultants adapt to new project, work cultures, and colleagues easily. They come in, they fit, and they get the job done. Their soft skills and technical expertise allow them to take on their roles quickly and easily. The second characteristics of a performance consultant is that great consultants have great discipline. Great consultants work hard and they work very smart. The great consultants know how to accomplish the best results in the shortest possible times with as little function as possible. Great consultants are problem solvers. They bring them in and they work, and then the work gets done. So great consultants can solve problems easily. That's why they get called in organizations to solve problems and give out the possible processes that they can be taken in order to solve a problem. The third characteristic is that great consultants are confident. Great consultants are confident about their skills and expertise. They expose a natural collaborated leadership and they leave their egos at their door. So this means that the great consultants are confident and they don't come to work with their own problems. They give their full effort into solving the problems. The last point is that a great consultant is a team player. They put company goals and team spirits first. The four characteristics of an performance consultant is that a great consultant is persistent. Great consultants don't give up. They fight, they work hard, and they get to the solution of a problem when they are given a task of solving a problem. They accept frictions, unforeseen circumstances, and negative feedback. They learn from them and they move on, which is they learn from every challenge and they solve and they move from the challenge and solve the problems. They will analyze and learn from every setback in order to prevent it from happening again. The five characteristics of an performance consultant is that a great consultant is studious. So this means that a great consultant never stops learning. Great consultants do learn from their problems that they have solved before. So this means that they learn more and they never stop learning. The second point is that they need to stay on top of the developments in their fields and expertise. It is their job to bring the latest knowledge and skills to the table when others cannot. Moving on to the sixth characteristic of a consultant performance. The sixth characteristics is that great consultants are like MacGyver. If you remember MacGyver from the TV show, yes, I think everyone remembers him. The MacGyver guy could solve any problem with his mind. So the great consultants are like MacGyver. They can solve problems with their minds. The same goes for great consultants. They use skills and knowledges from previous projects to solve new problems and challenges. This means that the great consultants from the first problem, they learn from it and then gain skills, and then moving on to the next problem, they use the same skills they used. Like for example, for solving a problem, we use the SWOT analysis strategy to analyze the problem first. Then for the second assignment or problem, we can use the same strategy that we have used before in order to overcome the second problem. The seventh characteristic of a consultant is that the consultant go further. Great consultants see the big picture and the small parts that can make it better. Consultants bring a fresh view and as such they can offer surprising insights that can solve problems and boost the client's business. The last characteristic of a great performance consultant is that a great consultant is sociable. Great consultants listen and they speak second. Their primary goal is to help other people and businesses. Great consultants build trust because of their will to help their clients accomplish their goals. So the performance consultants are more focused on helping businesses and people in reaching their goals. Discussing the factors that drive performance, there are 6 factors that drive performance, which is leadership, resources, incentives, knowledge and skills, capacity, and mindset. The first factor is leadership. Leadership focuses more on defining the future of the organization and its purpose. It establishes the strategies that will deliver the future and the culture that will enable the strategy. The second factor is resources. These are the systems and processes within the business. Incentives. The incentives are the total remuneration packages available to staff and the recognition received. Knowledge and skills. This is the desire that employees have to learn. The learners have to have the ability to shape their role and their willingness to take risks in order to enhance their performances. Moving on to the capacity. The capacity of the workforce includes factors such as the emotional resilience, energy management, and personal strengths. Moving on to the last factor, which is mindset. A mindset, it drives to the desire to grow, overall attitudes towards work, and the quality of the purpose of the individuals in the group or a team. Thank you.
My name is Zukanye Sotapu, and I am currently doing my advanced diploma in human resources management at Cape Peninsula University of Technology. And my focus today is going to be on the roles of the performance consultant. So before I jump to the part that I will be presenting, which is the roles of the performance consultant, I would like to give a tip first. So the tip for the performance consultant who wants to be accredited as a certified performance consultant. As a performance consultant, you have you are also required to build a portfolio of evidence to show competencies in performance consulting. Okay, so jumping to the part that I will be presenting. Firstly, when I heard about the part that I will be presenting today, I first went to check on the internet what are the roles of the performance consultant, and this is what I found. according to Pro Learning, an article that was released in 2020. The, the roles of the performance consultant include training employees on appropriate techniques, meeting with executives to pursue development opportunities, and the other role of the performance consultant is to act as an analyst for processing change and improvement, which is all based on the organization. Then I went to the book that we were allocated to use, which is Managing Human Resources Development. Uh, Based on that book, it says the performance consultant should have at least four roles, which are researcher's role, professional role, change facilitator role, and a communicator role. Each of these roles have their own set of competencies, but I'm not going to focus on those competencies. I'm just going to focus on defining the roles. So, as I said, that the first role is researcher's role. So, the researcher's role, it is reliable for the primary contact with the clients and identify the performance gap. The second major role of the performance consultant is the professional role. The professional role itself, it focuses on designing and implementing, or it supervises experts or constructors who design the solution. And one other focus is that they sometimes organize a team or a group of people who will engage in creating a solution for the performance gap. The third role of the performance consultant is the change facilitator role. The change facilitator role, it basically focuses on managing change. Managing change is a part of any performance improvement project, even if it is a small project. However, this is a more distinct and specialized role for performance consultant on every large and diverse project. For instance, let's say the performance gap involves several thousand performers with multiple solution training, job aid, change in appraisal processes, revising organizational policies, and re-engineering feedback processes. Then the value of dedicating change manage the value of a dedicated change manager becomes more obvious. Then the fourth role of the performance consultant is the communicator role. The communicator role, or it's also called the evaluator, it is accountable for measuring the results on the variety of levels. Some data gathering may be used to improve initiatives, and other data gathering focuses on the organizational processes. To conclude my part, I would like to say a performance consultant can work directly for a business with a consulting agency. They play an essential or a very important role in developing a company performance rather than enhancing the knowledge.
Now moving on to the competencies of a performance consultant. The first competency is enjoy solving the problem. The goal of a consultant is to maintain the status quo. If, for example, you are brought on by a client, you are there to solve a problem or prevent one that may affect in the future. You will be expected to tackle complex problems that may affect their problem. As a result, as a consultant, you will be expected to come up with solutions to these issues. This means that you and consultant enjoy solving problems whereby it comes with the solutions that may make the problem disappear or solve the problem or issues in the organization. The second is to make presentations. As a consultant, it will be enough to just have a solid proposal. You will also need to prepare and share your findings with your client. When building a presentation deck, you have to make sure each slide adheres to an undefined style. The third one is to make communication skills. Once you start implementing the proposal, you will need to document your actions and keep your stakeholders of the organization in the loop. This starts with strong communication strategy. This point means that when you work for an organization or you're called by a client to solve problems in the organization, you have to have good communication skills between your coworkers or the stakeholders of an organization in order to come up with good outcomes from the proposal. As a consultant, you have to plan a series of updates you will relay to the team. The fourth one is to be flexible. When working as a consultant, you need to be flexible. You need to be flexible at work at all times, manage your working times, hours, be able to work long hours in order to reach a solution, like being committed to what you're doing. The fifth one is to demonstrate clear value. When guiding your client through business problems, you have to make sure that you demonstrate the value of your service. As a consultant, you have to find a way to quantify the results of each decision made and celebrate the major wins. As a consultant, for example, when you have reached a good result in solving the problem, you have to celebrate. Some celebrations may mean that you can be awarded by an organization, or you will be given some kind of remuneration, or you may be awarded a certificate for participating in this problem solving issue. The sixth one is to be a change management expert. By being a change management expert, it's one of the most challenges you will tackle as a consultant, are that you will need to change the management. This is a major step when you have to change the management of an organization in order to reach a solution. Thank you so much. That will be all. And thank you all for watching our video. Take care. Always be safe. Thank you so much.